Hello guys, I am Khanam and in this video we are going to create simple login and sign up section. Okay, here I have this two section. You can see here I have this sign up section and here I am having this login section. Inside this sign up I am having this form and inside form I am having this username, password and confirm password. And once I sign up to my account, okay, I will be having this username and password. Okay, whenever this username and password matches with the data whatever I am having inside the database, only then I will be able to log into this section. Okay, I already have some data inside my database. You can see here I have inserted this data here and I have encrypted the password here. You can see for this three data I have not encrypted, and for rest I have encrypted my password, because if your website get hacked, suppose if the database get hacked, okay, your password should not be readable by anyone. So I am just encrypting this one. And here I am just inserting name and password inside my database. Now once this matches, only then I will be able to log in. And sign up is I just have to give new username and I have to sign up, and that data will be as it inside this database. Now I'll just do one, I'll just give one name here. I'll be giving name as Anjali. Password I'll just give here 45. Confirm password 45. Sign up. You can see here I am getting this data inserted successfully. If I come to database, I'll just refresh this. Now you can see here Anjali has been added and my password 45 has been encrypted here. Now here if I just come to registration, I'll just come back. Now if I just give Anjali again, okay, this username is already available inside my database. I'll just give the password as 3232. Sign up. Now you can see I'll be getting this user already exists, okay, because I can't sign up using the same name. So I'll be getting that error user already exists, okay, because Anjali is already it's stored here. So I'll be getting that error user already exists. Now here for Anjali I have given the password as 45 and here also 45. Suppose I'll just enter one new name. I'll give the name as Suresh, and here password I'll give 12, and here if I give here 23, okay, my password is not matching. Now I'll sign up. You can see I'll be getting this password did not match. Okay, this is how we are going to create this simple registration form. Now once I am done with this, I'll just come here. I'll be writing Anjali here and the password I gave was 45. Once I give this one and once I click on this login, you can see here I'll be getting this welcome Anjali, and here I have just used Bootstrap Jumbotron. I am having this section here. Okay, here I have this logout button. Once I click on this logout button, I'll be redirected to my login page. Okay, I'm just destroying all the session variables and here I'll be redirecting to this index.php file. Okay, now directly if I just come here, if I just write here welcome.php without even login, I'll just enter this one. You can see again I'll be redirected to index.php file. Okay, if I'm not able to log in, if I directly go to welcome.php, it will not allow me to go inside that page. Once I log in, only then it will allow me to go to login page. Now here I'll just enter one more name. Here I have this Anjali. I'm just going to enter Suresh. I'll just give the name as Suresh. Password I'll give 90 and here also I'll just give 90. I'll sign up. You can see data inserted successfully. I'll just refresh this one. It's just loading here. Now you can see I have this Suresh and the password has been encrypted for me. Now here to log in, I'll just come here. I'll give the name as Suresh and here password I'll just give 90. Login. You can see I'm having here welcome Suresh. Okay, I'll just come out. I'll suppose if I just give Suresh and password, if I just give another password 45, I'll log in. You can see I'll be getting this invalid credentials. Okay, this will not come to index.php file. This will directly go to login.php file and it will display me invalid credentials. Okay, if the password and user does not match whatever data I'm having inside the database, then I'll be having this invalid credentials as my error. Now we are going to see this how to create this simple registration form, okay, only using sign up and login. So let's get started into this, and I have used Bootstrap in this, so I'll be copying the Bootstrap template from the Bootstrap website. Here I'll just open this get Bootstrap website. Now we are using PHP and MySQL database. To use PHP we need local server, so I have already installed XAMPP and I have started my Apache and MySQL. Okay, Apache will be acting as local server to run our PHP script and MySQL is for my database. Okay, because I am storing the data inside my database, that is MySQL database, so I have to on this MySQL and Apache will allow me to run PHP script in my browser. Once you started this one, only then you will be able to run PHP script. Now wherever you have installed XAMPP, come to that directory I have installed XAMPP in my C directory. Here I have this XAMPP folder, and inside XAMPP you will be having this htdocs folder. Okay, you have to come inside this folder, and inside this folder you can create any folder and you can start working in that folder. Okay, I have created registrations folder, and inside that I'm having this registration folder. I'll be working in this folder. I'll just right click on this and open with code. Okay, here I have already opened my VS Code editor. You can see here I have this VS Code editor. Here I am having this welcome page. I'll just close this one. Now you can see here my folder is empty. I don't have anything. We are going to write the code completely from the scratch, and I'll be explaining you step by step. I'll just create one new file. I'll give my file name as index.php. Now inside this file, first we are going to set up our basic structure. So I'll be using Bootstrap. I'll just come here. I'll come to Bootstrap, and from here I'm just going to copy this starter template, and here I'll just paste that starter template. Now from here I'm just going to remove all this JavaScript. Okay, I don't need this one. I'll just remove this, and also for CSS link I'm just going to remove till here. I don't need this links. That's all. I'll save this. I'll right click on this, copy this path. Inside new tab I'll be pasting that path, and from here I'm just going to remove this, and instead of this I'll just give here localhost. I'll enter. Now you can see here I have this output hello world, that is my heading, and I have this title hello world. I'm just going to change the title. Instead of this hello world I'll be giving registration. Let me give registration project. I'll remove this h1 from here. I don't need that one. Now if I just refresh this one, you can see here my title is being changed to registration project, and here I don't have any output. Okay, now we are going to style. Now we are going to set up this basic structure, that is sign up and login. So here inside my body, below my body, I'll just create one div. I'll give the class name as container. Okay, these are Bootstrap classes, and inside this div I'm just going to create one more div. I'll give the class name as row, because sign up and login both are in horizontal row. So I'm just giving this div class name is equal to row, because they will come in horizontal. Now in my larger screen devices, this is taken 50% and this has taken 50% of the width. Okay, this left out space is because I have given the class name as container, so I am having this left out space, but this is taking 50% and this is taking 50%. Okay, now I'll be using this classes div call, and in my medium screen devices I'm just going to display 6. Total it will be having 12. So first for sign up I'll be giving 6, and for login I'll be giving 6, so that they'll come in horizontal row, and I have wrapped that inside row class. And also in my smaller screen devices I'll just give here extra small. I want to give complete 12. Okay, it should take complete 100% of the width. I'll just show you here. I'll just inspect this one. Now you can see here in my smaller screen devices this will take complete 100%, and my login will also take complete 100%. Okay, that is why I'm just giving that one. Okay, so that it will be responsive as well. Okay, this is for my sign up. Okay, that is taking 6, and this is for my smaller screen devices, and that is taking complete 100%. Now inside row, this is for my sign up. Now inside this div container I'm just going to create one form. Okay, I'll just come to Bootstrap, and here I'll be searching for form. Here I'm having this form. From here I'll just copy this basic form. You can see I'm having this basic form. I'm just going to copy this one, and here inside this div container I'll be pasting that form. Okay, from here first I'm just going to clean this one. I'll just remove this small. I'll save this, and if I show you the output, I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see here I'm having this output here, email address, password, and this one submit button. Whatever I copied from Bootstrap, I'm just having that one here. Now I have just removed that small, and from here I'm just going to remove this entire div container, and from here I'm just going to remove this password. I'll just keep only email as of now. Okay, now from here I'm just going to remove this for, and instead of this text I'll just give here username. I'll just copy this. I'll just remove this one, and here I'll be writing enter username. Type I'll give it as text, and ID also I'm just going to give username. I'll just remove this Arial descriptor, we don't need this one, and placeholder I'll just give here, and let me just give here enter username. I'll just copy this entire thing from here, enter username, and here I'll be pasting that one, and here instead of writing enter username I'll just write here username. I'll save this. And now if I show you the output, you can see I'll be having only one input field. Placeholder is enter username, and I am having this label. Okay, for this I'm just going to give autocomplete is equal to off, so that I won't get any suggestions when I type. Autocomplete is equal to off. Now this is my first input field. I'll just copy this one. I need 3 input fields in my sign up. I'll just paste that one, and here I'm just going to give password. For also I'll be giving password. I'll just copy this one, and here for type I'll just paste that one. ID also I'll be pasting, enter password. I'll save this, and here I'm just going to give confirm password. Confirm password, and instead of this username I'll just give here C password. I'll just remove this from here, and instead of text I'm just going to give password here. I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just write here C. I'll just paste that one, and here I'm just going to write confirm. Okay, that's all. I'll just save this one. Now if I show you the output, you can see here I'll be having this username, password and confirm password. For submit I'm just going to give here sign up. I'll just give here sign up, and also I'm just going to give the width of my button. I'll give complete 100%. I'll save this, and now if you see here my button is taking complete 100% of the width, and it is blue color. I'm just going to give here green, so I'll be giving success instead of this primary. I'll just give here success. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, you can see my button color is been changed. Now for my container, okay, for this container I'm just going to give margin. I'll just give here margin top and bottom of 5. I'll refresh this. Now I am having here sign up. Now here I have this heading, sign up heading. So below this, okay, before my form I'll just write one H1, and for this I'm just going to give here sign up. And also I'm just going to give the class. I'll be giving text center, so that it will come in the middle. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, here I am having this sign up text, and here I am having this form. Okay, I have changed the font family, so I am getting this font family here. Later on we are going to change that one, but as of now my sign up section is ready. Only for my button I am going to give some margin. Here margin top I'll just give here 5. Okay, margin top and bottom of 3. I'll refresh this one. Now I have some spacing for my button. Now next is my login section. Okay, before that I'll just format this document, format HTML in PHP, and from here I'm just going to copy this entire column. I'll just copy this one, and below this I'll be pasting that one. And from here I'm just going to change this one. Instead of sign up I'll be giving here login. I need username, I need password. I don't need confirm password for my login. I need button, and instead of this sign up I'll just give here login. And also button color, instead of this success I'll just give here dark. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, now here I'm having this login section, and inside this I'm having this username and password. But here if you see my login section is little below, so for that I'm just going to give margin. For this column I'm just going to give margin 5. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this, now you can see I'm having my login section here. Now once we are done with these sections, now for each input field we have to give name attribute. Only then we can access whatever values we have written inside our name attribute. Suppose if I give here name, suppose if I just give here Priya, okay, this Priya I have to access, and this I can access using only name attribute. So for each input field I'm just going to give name attribute. Here for my sign up section, inside my username input field, after this I'm just going to add one name attribute. Name attribute I'll just give here username, and for my password I'm just going to give name attribute, and for this I'll just give password. And for my confirm password also I'm just going to give one name attribute. I'll give my name text as confirm password, okay, that is C password. Now inside my login section also I'm having this two input field. First is for my username and second is password. So for that also I'm just going to give name attribute, and here also I'm just going to give username, and for my password also I'll just give password. Okay, you can give any names here. Password. I'll just refresh this one. Now we will not be having any effect. Once we write the PHP code, then this name attribute is very, very important. Now for my buttons, okay, now this is my sign up button. For this I'm just going to give name attribute. Okay, using this, whenever I click on this button, only then my sign up action should be performed. So for this I'm just going to give name attribute, and inside this I'll just write here sign up. And for my login also, I'll just give one name attribute, that is button, and here I'll just write login. Now we have two forms here. We have to give action and we have to give method. Only then we will be able to connect to our database, and only then we will be able to send the data to the database. And also we are going to connect to the database and we will be creating our database. Now inside this form, I'll just give the action. Action I'm just going to give for sign up. I'll just give here signup.php. Okay, inside this file I'm going to perform all my sign up action, and here method I'll just give here post. In the same way, inside this login section, inside form, I'm just going to give action. Action I'll just give here login.php. Okay, I'll be creating these files, and also I'm just going to give method. Method is equal to post. Now once we are done with our basic structure, you can see I'm having this sign up and login. Okay, before that I'm just going to link CSS file here. I'll just create one file. I'll give my file name as style.css. Now inside this file, okay, I'm not going to focus much on styling part. I'll just copy this, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Here you can see I have just imported one Google font link. If I show you here, you just have to come to Google Fonts. Google Fonts, and from here you will be having all the fonts. You can just select whichever font family you need. Come to this, click on this first link. Now once you come here, you will be having all the fonts here. You just have to search whichever font you need. Okay, I'm just having okay, suppose if I just select this one, if I select this style, here I'm having this import. You can either link or you can import. Just copy this link and paste inside style.css, and this font family you will be having here. Okay, just copy this one and here you paste that font family. Okay, I've just used a stylish font family. I'm just copying that link, and here I have imported. Here inside my body, I'm just giving this font family because it will be applied to entire font. Okay, it will be applied to my entire project. Okay, for my body, I have given the height as 90 view height. Background image I have given using this URL. Inside this, I'm having this image link, and this image I got from pexels.com. That is nothing but this background, whatever you can see here. Okay, this background image, colorful background image I got from pexels.com. Okay, you can achieve this whatever I have given using this linear gradient color, but I have just given image here. Background repeat, no repeat, and background size cover. Okay, I'm just increasing the font size. Okay, I have just done the basic styling, so I'm just not typing this one. Okay, you can just refer this one and you can give your own stylings. I'll just come to index.php. Now here I'll be linking my CSS file. I'll just write one comment. I'll just write here CSS file. Here I'll be writing here link CSS, and inside href I'm having this style.css. I'll save this. Now if I come to my project, I'll refresh this one. Now you can see all the styles has been applied. My font family has been changed, font size has been increased, and I have this background image. Okay, this is the colorful background image. I got this image from pexels.com. Okay, now we are done with this basic setup. Now we are going to create our database and table, and we will start connecting to our database. Now once we are done with this, now I'll be moving on to creating my database. Here I have this localhost PHP myadmin. Okay, to get this you just have to write here localhost PHP myadmin. Okay, here you will be having this one. Just click on this. Here you will be having this PHP myadmin dashboard, and inside this you will be having all the databases on the left side, whatever you have created. Okay, first time if you are using this, then by default you will be having 4 to 5 databases. Okay, but here I have created this databases. Okay, and you will not have this many databases if you have not created. So just click on this new, and here once you click on this new, here you will be having the name. Okay, here you have to give the database name. I'll just give my database name as registration data. Okay, because I have given I have already registration database here, so I'll just give a registration data. I'll just click on create. See, my database is created now. Now inside my table, if you see here, I have to store. If I just show you my database, first I have this ID, username and password. Totally I have 3 fields. So here inside this one, first I'm just going to give the table name. I'll just give the table name as let me just give here data. Totally I need 3 fields, first for my ID, second for my username, and third for my password. I'll just click on go. Okay, you can give any table name, you can give any database name. Here I'll just give ID, second I'm just going to give username, and third I'll give password. Okay, only password I need to store. I don't need to store confirm password field, so I'm just giving ID, username and password. Here I'll just give varchar For my username I am going to give varchar. For password also I will be giving varchar. Length I will just give 100 for my username, and password I will just give 255. Now once you come down, okay, once you just scroll down this one, for my ID I am just going to give this auto increment, okay, so that my ID will be incremented automatically. Each time I don't have to enter the ID number, and also I am just assigning this primary key. Okay, primary key is nothing but in this particular database my ID will be unique, and using that ID I can access any data. Okay, using that particular ID I can update that particular data, I can delete that particular data. Okay, I can do whatever stuff I want once I get to know what is unique in this particular table. Okay, I am just giving auto increment to my ID and also primary key. Okay, once my table is created, I will just show you. I have just given 3 columns: ID, username and password. For ID I have just given the type as int. Okay, by default if you don't give the length, then the length is 11. Here I am having this data type as varchar for my username, and password I am having this varchar data type, and length I am just giving 100, and for my password I am just giving 255. Okay, now once I am done with my table structure, I will just click on this save. Once you click this, your table will be created, and inside this table, okay, here you will be having this table, and inside this I am having this ID. Next to ID you can see this key, okay, which represents the primary key. Here I am having this username varchar 100, password varchar 255. Okay, now we are done creating our database. Database name is registration data, and my table name is data. Okay, now once we are done with creating our database and table, now to use PHP script, now to insert the data of the forms inside this table, first we have to connect to the database. So for that we have to write the code now. I'll just come here, I'll just create one file, I'll give my file name as connect.php. Now inside this I'll be writing the code to connect to my database. I'll just open this PHP. Okay, this is the basic syntax of PHP, and here I'm just going to create one variable. I'll give my variable name as con, and inside this, using MySQLi connect method, using this method I'll be connecting to my database. First it will take this local host, okay, that is server name. Next it will take the username, that is nothing but root, and next it is going to take the password. Okay, by default if you have not changed your password while installing your XAMPP, then it will be empty. I have changed my password, so I'll just give my password here 1212, it's hash, and next it will take the database name. Okay, my database whatever I created just now, that is this one, registration data. I'm just going to give my database name here, registration data. I'll just give in capital, yeah, it's correct, registration data. Okay, this is my database name, this is my server, that is nothing but local host. I'll just give the proper spelling here, local host. This is my username, this is password, and this is my database name. Now here I'll just check the condition. If my connection is successful, then I just want to print this one. I just want to echo this connection successful. Okay, once I get this echo, once I get this connection successful, that means I am successfully connected to my database. Else if I have some error in this code, then I'll just use this die method, and inside this I'll be using this MySQLi error, and here I'm just going to pass my connection variable. I'll save this, and from here I'm just going to copy this path, and inside new tab I'll be pasting that path, and from here I'll just remove this entire thing, and instead of this I'll just write here localhost. I'll enter. Now you can see connection successful, which means that I am successfully connected to my database. Now I can perform all the operations, that is inserting the data inside the database. If I want, I can update the database, I can delete the database, I can perform all the CRUD operations, and I can perform everything what I need once I am successfully connected. Okay, if I just give here some, if I just remove some, I'll just remove Z from here. I'll save this, and now if I refresh this one, you can see I'll be getting this error, access denied for the user root. Okay, and password is yes. So we have to give correct username and password. Now I'll just refresh this one. Now I'm having this connection successful. Now once I get this one, now here inside index.php, okay, inside this sign up section, here I'm having this h1, and for my form, whenever I click on this submit, okay, whenever I click on this sign up button, I should be redirected to signup.php, and my method is equal to post. So for that I'm just going to create one file. I'll just give my file name as signup.php. Okay, whenever I click on this sign up page, okay, whenever I click on this sign up button, I'll be redirected to sign up page because my action is in signup.php page. Now here first I'll be connecting to the database. Here I'll just write this one, and to connect to the database first I'll be checking the method whether I'll be using post or get. Here I'll just write this one, if my server, I'm just checking the method, if my server request method, if it is equal to post, only then I want to include my connect.php file. Okay, to include files we are going to use this include keyword, and here I'll be giving my file name, that is nothing but connect.php file. I'll save this. Now I'll just come to my project. I'll just close this font, Google Fonts. I'll come to my project. I'll refresh this one. Now when I click on this sign up, you can see I'm getting this undefined request method. I'll just give this capital E. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, now you can see I am redirected to sign up page. Now again if I just click on this, you can see I am having this connection successful because I have included my connect.php file, and inside connect.php file I am having this code, and here I am getting this connection successful, which means that I am successfully connected to my database. Okay, now each time whenever I click on my sign up, I don't need that one. Okay, I don't need this connection successful. So I am just going to change this condition. I'll just write here, if I am not connected successfully, then show me an error. I'll just paste that one here, and I'll just remove this else part. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, now I will not be having any error, which means that I am successfully connected to my database. Okay, I have just changed the condition. If I am not connected to my database, then show me an error. Okay, if I don't get any error, which means that I am successfully connected to my database. Now once we are done including our connect.php, and here inside this we are just checking the method. Okay, if it is equal to post, I am just including this file. Okay, because here I am giving this method is equal to post. Now once we are done with this, now whenever I click on this sign up button, I have to perform all the actions. Here I'll just check this condition, if is set $post. Okay, this is my post method, and whenever I click on this button, okay, this name attribute, I'm just going to copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, here I'm just checking the condition, if is set, whenever I click on this submit button, only then I have to access all the data from my input fields, and I have to store the data inside my database. Okay, here I am just checking the condition. Now I have this username, I have username, password and confirm password. So I'll be creating 3 variables. I'll just create one variable. I'll give my variable name as username. Second, I'll be creating password. Third, I'll be creating confirm password. Now inside each, I'm just going to use this $post. I'll just write here post method, and inside this one, okay, inside this post method, I have to access the values whatever I have entered inside this input field. Okay, suppose if I enter some AS, this value I have to access, and I have to store inside this variables. So to access that one, we have already given name attributes for each input field. For my sign up, inside username, I have this name attribute. I'll copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. For my password, I have given the name attribute as password. I'll copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. For my confirm password, I have given this one. I'll copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, now once I get all the values, whatever I enter here, you can see password, if I enter some value, this values whatever I have entered, that values I am storing inside this variables. Okay, these are my name attributes, and these are my variable names, and you can give any names for your variables, but here whatever you are giving, that should be matching with your name attribute. Okay, this attribute, it should be matching here. Now first I'll be inserting data inside the database, and then I'll be telling you about the conditions, what data should be inserted and what data should not be inserted inside my database. Here I'll just create one variable SQL, and inside this first I'm going to write insert query. Here I'll just write here insert into table name. My table name is data. We have already created a table name called data. You can see here inside this my table name is data. I'm just writing that one, insert into data, and here inside this parenthesis we have to write the column names. I want to insert username, and I want to insert only password. I don't want to insert confirm password, and this username and password is nothing but this column names. Okay, whatever we are having here, username and password, that should be matching with this one. And here what values I have to store? Values whatever I got from the user, that is nothing but this one. Okay, the values will be stored inside this variables. These are varchar, so I'm just going to wrap inside single quotes. Again I'll just write this one, I'll just copy this password and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, this is insert query, insert into table name. These are my column, username and password, values, and whatever values it's been stored inside this variables, I'm just passing that values here. Now once I am done with this, I'll just create one variable result, and inside this I'm just going to execute this query using this MySQLi query method, and this is going to take two parameters. First is my connection variable, that is connectivity, and second is my query variable, that is whatever variable you have created here, I'm just passing that variable here. Now here I'll just check the condition. If my query is executed successfully, then I just want to echo, I'll just write here data inserted successfully. Data inserted successfully, else if I get some error, I would just want to display the error using this MySQLi error method, and it is going to take only one parameter, that is nothing but my connection variable. I'll save this. Now I'll just come to my project, I'll refresh this one. Now here I'm just going to give my name Khanam. Password I'll just give 12, confirm password 12, sign up. You can see data inserted successfully. Now if I come to database, I'll refresh this one. I'll just come to browse. Inside browse, you can see here I have this table, username and password. Here you can see I'm having this Khanam and password is 12. Okay, I have not encrypted my password yet, but here you can see my data has been inserted. Whatever username I have given, that has been inserted and password has been inserted. Now again if I just insert the same name, I'll just come here, I'll give the same name as Khanam. Password I'll just give here 23, and here also if I just give another password here 12, it does not matter, I'll just sign up, data inserted successfully. Okay, here I have not given any condition, only I'm inserting username and password, and that is getting inserted. Even if I have the same name, it does not matter, it is getting inserted because we have not written any conditions yet. Okay, now you can see password also it is getting inserted. I have given separate password for my password and confirm password, even then it got inserted. Okay, now we are just going to check the conditions now. Now here I'll just comment this entire thing. I'll just comment this one. Only to show you I am able to insert the same name many times as I want, I have just written this query. Now here I'll just create one variable SQL, and inside this I'm just going to write this query. Select star from my table name is data, where I'll just give the condition where my username, this is my column name present inside my table, where my username is equal to this one. I'll just copy this one, and inside single quote I'm just going to paste that username. Okay, I'm just giving the condition select star from data, and whatever username I'm having inside my database, suppose inside my database I'm having Khanam, and here if I enter Khanam, okay, I just have to match that one. If that Khanam and Khanam is present, I should not enter, I should not insert the data inside the database. Okay, so I'm just selecting that username, this is my column name of my table. Okay, this is my variable name in which the data is being stored. Here I'll just close this using backtick, and from here I'm just going to remove this backtick. Okay, I'm just writing this query select star from table name where my username is equal to the variable username. Now here to execute this query, I'll just create one result variable, and inside this I'm just going to write this MySQLi query, and here it will take two parameters. First is my connectivity and second is my query variable. Now here I'll just check the condition. If my result is executed successfully, then I have to check number of rows present inside my database. Okay, suppose if I enter Khanam here, you can see I have entered 2 times Khanam and it got inserted. Okay, I don't need this one. Now here if I enter Khanam, okay, once I click on this sign up, it is going to my database and it will check if I have Khanam here. Okay, here also I am having Khanam and here also I am having Khanam. That means that in my database I am already having this one row which is having the name as Khanam. So this data should not be inserted. So first I have to check the number of rows present inside my database. To check the number of rows, we have one method. I'll just create one variable, and inside this variable I'll be giving that method MySQLi num rows, and this method is going to return me number of rows present inside my database. I'll just give here result. Now if I just do echo, and here I'm just going to give num, I'll save this. Now I'll just come to my project, I'll just refresh this one. Now if I give Khanam here, I'll sign up. You can see 2 I am having, which means that here you can see I'm having Khanam and here I'm having Khanam. In my 2 rows I'm having the name as Khanam, so I'm getting the output as 2 here. Now suppose if I just give here Riya, sign up, you can see I'm having 0 here, okay, because Riya is not present inside my database, but Khanam is present inside my database. Okay, here I'm just getting the data from the database. Okay, here I'm just checking the number of rows present inside my database for that particular name what I enter. Here I have 0 for Riya, which means that this data is not present inside my database, and now this data can be inserted inside my database. But here Khanam is present 2 times because I inserted twice. So Khanam is present 2 times. Now this data should not be inserted inside the database because Khanam is already present. The user is already present inside my database. So now here I am just checking the condition. Here I'll just check the condition. If my number of rows, if it is greater than 0, which means that if it is 1, 2, 3, then I don't have to insert the data. Here I'll just print echo. Here I'll just write here user already exist. User already exist. Okay, if the number of rows is less than this one, in else condition I have to insert all the data. I'll just write here SQL. I'll be writing the same query whatever we have written there. Insert into table name. My table name is data, and here I'll be writing column names. I'll just write column name as username, and another column is password, and here I'll just write values. And inside this, inside single quotes, I'm just going to write this variable. Okay, whatever values I'm having, I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just separate using comma, and again I'm just going to copy this password, and here I'll be pasting that password. Now to execute this query, I'll just create one variable result, and inside this I'm just going to give this MySQLi query, and this is going to take 2 parameters. First is connectivity and second is query variable, that is nothing but SQL. Now here I'll just check the condition. If my result, that is if my query is executed successfully, echo, here I'm just going to write sign up successful. Else, I'll just throw an error. I'll be writing this die using MySQLi query. I'm just going to write one parameter, that is nothing but connectivity. I'll save this. I'll just explain you. Now using this query, I'm just giving the condition where my column name is equal to username. Okay, I'm just taking the condition, whatever values I am passing inside my input field, if it is present inside the database, that should be displayed. Okay, here I'm just executing that query, and inside this I'm just checking for the number of rows present inside the database. If for that name, if my number of rows is greater than 0, which means that the user, that name is already present inside my database, and this data and this error should be displayed to me. Else, which means that this data is not present inside my database, and now whatever I have inserted inside the input field, that I can insert inside my database. So here I am just writing this insert query, insert into my table name, username and password I have to insert, and inside values I am just giving this 2 variables, and here I am just executing this query, and here I am just taking the condition. If my result is executed successfully, which means that my data is inserted successfully inside the database, and here I should be getting sign up successful. Else if I have some error in my code, and that error will be displayed to me here. Now I'll just come back. I'll just refresh this one. Now if I give here Riya, password I'll just give 12, confirm password 12, sign up, you can see sign up successful. I'm getting this one. Now if I come to database, I'll just refresh this. Now you can see here Riya and 12 is been added. Now again if I just come back, and again if I just give here Riya, password I'll just give here 23, password I'll give 23, sign up, you can see I'll be getting this error, user already exists, because this data, because this name is already present inside my database, and here I'm just checking the condition. If that number of rows is greater than 0, then I have to display this one, user already exists. Okay, I'm getting this error, user already exists. Now if I just give one more name, if I give here Priya, I'll give password as 12, confirm password 12, 123, I'll sign up, you can see again I'm getting this sign up successful. My password and confirm password is not matching, even then I'm getting this sign up successful, and that data will be stored inside my database. If I just refresh my database, here you can see Priya and password is being stored. Now here I'll be checking the condition. If my password and confirm password matches, only then I have to insert the data, or else I should throw an error that password did not match. Okay, so I'll just come here. Here I'll just check the condition. If my password, whatever I have inserted, if that is equal to my confirm password, okay, these are my variables name, only then I have to insert this data. Okay, and inside this I'm just going to copy this entire thing, and here I will be inserting that one. Okay, now here I'm just taking the condition. If my password, whatever I have given for this, if it is equal to this password, only then I have to insert the data inside the database. Instead of this, I'll just echo, and here I'll just write password did not match. Here I'll just write password did not . Okay, this echo, whatever I have given here, that should come inside this else. I'll just bring this one here. I'll save this. I'll just copy this, and here I'm just going to close one if. I'll save this, and now if I just come here, I'll just refresh this one. I'll just give here Seema. I'll give the password as 12, and here I'll give 23. Sign up. You can see password did not match. Okay, here I'm just writing this if condition. If my password, if it is equal to confirm password, only then I have to insert this data, and in this if, this curly braces are getting closed here, and for this if, this curly braces is getting closed here. Okay, here if my password does not match, I'll be coming to else condition, and inside this else I'm just printing this one, password did not match. Okay, here I am just giving user already exists. Here if the password is equal to password, only then I have to insert the data, and here I'll be getting this output, sign up successful, else my password did not match. I'm just going to save this. Now I'll just come back. Now here I'm going to give one name. I'll just give here Reema. Password I'll give 12, confirm password 12, sign up. You can see sign up successful. I'll come to database. I'll just refresh this one. Now if you see here, I am having this Reema and 12, but here if you notice, my password is getting stored, whatever I enter here, okay, the same password is getting stored inside my database. I don't need this one. I have to encrypt my password so that nobody can read my password. To encrypt this one, you can either use hashing, or instead of using hashing, here I'll just write here MD5, and inside this parenthesis I'm just going to close this one, and here also I'll be writing the same thing for my confirm password MD5, and here I'm just going to close this. I'll save this. Now I'll just come here, come to my project. I'll just refresh this one. Now here I'm just going to give one name. I'll give Ramesh. Password I'll give 89, and confirm password 89. Sign up. Sign up successful. I'll come to my database. I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see here my password has been encrypted and it's not readable. Okay, nobody can guess what password I have entered. Okay, 89 has turned to so many digits of number. Okay, this is how we are going to encrypt the password, and that password we are going to store inside the database. Okay, now once we are done with this, now if you see here, I am having this sign up successful. If I show my demo project, when I click on sign up, you can see I am having this green color here. Now we are going to give some styling for this. I'll just come to my project. I'll just come back. Now here, instead of this one where I am printing this one, user already exists, instead of this I'll just create one variable. I'll give my variable name as user, and for this I'll just give 1. 1 means true, and here I'm just going to declare that one user. I'll just give here 0, which means it is false now. Okay, by default I'm just assigning the value as 0, which means false, and here once I get this error user already exists, here I'm just giving user is equal to 1. Now here below this PHP tag, I'll just come to Bootstrap, and from here I'm just going to copy this starter template. I'll just come here. I'm just going to, instead of copying this starter template, I'll just copy this CSS link, and here I'll just write this basic boilerplate of HTML, and here I'll just write here sign up page, and below this title I'll be linking my CSS link, that is Bootstrap CSS link. I'll just remove from here. Now inside body I'll be writing this PHP syntax. Here I'm just going to write that one. Here I'll just check the condition. If my user, if it is true, then I want to echo this one. Now inside echo I'll just come to Bootstrap, and here I'll be copying this alert. I'll come to Bootstrap, and here inside this components, inside components, here I am having this alerts, and I want this red color. Okay, user already exists. I want to display like this. So for this I'm just going to copy this danger. I'll just copy this one and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, now this double quotes I'll just change it to single quotes. Here also I'll change it to single quotes, and instead of this text I'll just write here user already exists. I'll save this. Now here I'm just going to remove this. Okay, instead of this double quotes I'll just give here single quotes. I'll just save this one. Now if I give Khanam here, I'll give 12, confirm password 12, sign up. You can see user already exists. Okay, I'll be getting some stylings if I apply that one. To use single quotes inside this double quote, you have to use escape characters. Now we are not going to use that one. Okay, this is how we are going to check if my user is true here. Here I am just coming, here I am just giving the condition, then show me, then apply me this styles. I am just printing this one and this styles has been applied to me. I'll just come back. Now for password, okay, for my password and for my sign up successful, I am just going to create variables, and here I'll just give my variable name as success. I'll just give here 1, okay, which means I am just executing this one, and before that I'll just initialize that one here. I'll just give success is equal to 0 here. Now once it is done, here I'll be writing else condition, and inside this else I'm just going to check this one, if my success, if it is true, I'll just copy this entire thing and here I'll be pasting that one. Instead of danger I'll just give here success, and here instead of user already exists I'll just write here sign up successful. I'll save this. Now I'll sign up using another name. I'll give my name as Priya. Password I'll give 45, sign up. Okay, user already exists, Priya already exists in my database. Okay, I'll just give another name here. Let me just give here, let me give Pihu. Password I'll give 56, confirm password 56, sign up. You can see sign up successful. Okay, the styles have been applied. Now next time left only with this. Okay, this one password did not match. For this also I'm just going to create one variable. I'll give my variable name as let me just give here match is equal to 1, and here I'm just going to create that variable. I'll just give here match, and for this I'm just going to give here 0. Now inside this one, okay, inside this if it is not success I'll just write here else, and here I'll just check the condition. If it is match, okay, if my match becomes 1, which means that my password is not getting matched, I'll copy this and here I'll be pasting that one. Instead of success I'll just give here danger, which will be displaying in me red color. Here I'll just write here password did not match. I'll save this. Now here I'll just refresh once. Now for this I'm just going to give one name. I'll give my name as Ramesh. Password I'll just give separate password. I'll give here 32 and here I'll give 12, sign up. Okay, I'm getting user already exist. Let me just check. Ramesh I'm already having here. I'll just come back. Now if I just give here Suresh, I'll just give here Suresh, password 12 and here I'll just give 21, sign up. You can see password did not match. Okay, this is how we are going to customize our errors and we are going to display our errors. Now here if I just show you again, you can see I'm just creating 3 variables. This user is whenever user already exists, I have to show this. Whenever I am successfully signed in, I have to show this one, sign up. But whenever I get password did not match, then I have to show this one. Okay, here first I am just checking the condition where my username is equal to username. This is my column name and this is my variable, whatever I have entered, whatever the user has entered. Okay, this data has been matching with my column name and that data will be displayed. Now here I am just executing this query. Okay, this whatever I have written, here I am just executing that query. Here I am just checking the condition. If my query is executed successfully, then I have to check the number of rows present inside my database. Now if my number of rows is greater than 0, which means that this user is already present, this username is already present inside my database. Now I don't have to enter the same username, so I am just giving here user is equal to 1, which means that true. Now here I am just giving here inside user, I am just printing this one, user already exists. Inside this else, I am having this condition, if my password, if it is equal to confirm password, only then I have to insert the data, and this is the query for inserting. Insert into table name, these are my column names, values, and these are the values whatever I have. Now here I am just executing this query. Okay, this query I am executing here, and here I am just checking the condition. If the result is executed successfully, okay, which means that I am successfully signed up. So here I am just giving that one, else if the user is successfully signed up, I'm just printing this one, sign up successful. Next, if the sign up is not successful, okay, which means that my password and confirm password is not getting matched. So inside my else condition, I'm just writing here match is equal to 1, and here if I just give inside this else, if I just give this condition, I'm just printing this one, password did not match. Okay, this is how we are going to customize our errors, and this is how we are going to insert the data. Now if I just come back, if I just insert one more name, I'll just give my name as Sia, password I'll just give here 90. Here also I'll just give 90, sign up, you can see sign up successful. Again if I give Sia, password I'll give 90, and again confirm password 90, sign up, user already exists because Sia I already entered. Again I'll just give for password did not match, I'll just give some random name AA, and password I'll just give 23, and here I'll give 21, sign up, you can see password did not match. Okay, this is how we are going to insert the data, and we are going to check the conditions. If the user does not exist, only then I have to insert the data inside the database, and I'll be storing the username and password inside my database. If the password and confirm password does not match, then I have to not insert the data, and if all the three conditions satisfies, only then I have to insert the data. If the username is not present inside the database, if my password and confirm password matches, only then I have to insert the data inside my database. Now if I just come here, I'll just refresh this one. Okay, here I'm just encrypting the password because nobody can read the password, only username will be available and password is not available for anybody. Okay, this is how we are going to create sign up. Okay, now we are done with the sign up. Now next we are going to do login section. We are going to write the code for login section here. Now here inside index.php, here I am done with my sign up section. Okay, here you can see I am done with this sign up section. Next I am having this login section, and inside this login section I have this form, and here I have given the action as login.php. Login.php, so I'll just create one file. I'll give my file name as login.php. I'll just come to index.php. Now method is equal to post. Here inside login I'm just having this username and password, and here I have this button. Okay, you can see here I am having this button, and for my button I have given the name attribute as login. For name I have just given the name as username. For password I have just given the name as password. Okay, now whenever I click on this login button, I have to check inside my database whether the username and the password is available. If the username and password is available, only then I have to go to welcome page. So here first I have to connect to the database. Here I'll be writing this PHP syntax. Here I'll just close this PHP syntax, and here I'll just check the condition if my server request method. Okay, if I'll just write that one. If my server request method, if it is equal to post, only then I have to insert the data, and only then I have to include the file, that is connect.php. I just want to include this connect.php file. Now here I'm just going to check the condition if is set, and inside this $post I'll be writing this one. Okay, whatever I have passed for my button, okay, this name attribute, I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, whenever I click on this login button, only then whatever code I have written inside this if statement, that should be executed. Now here inside this, first I have to get the data of my username and password. So I'll just create one variable. I'll give my variable name as username, and inside this I'm using this post method, and whatever name value you have passed, okay, this one you have to copy this inside login, and here I'll be pasting that one. Next I'm just going to give the password. I'll just use this $post, and inside this I'm just going to give the name value. Okay, this one. For password I have given the password. I'll just copy this one, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, these two values I have accessed, and this values, okay, whatever value I'll give here. Suppose this Khanam, I have given this value, and this value will be stored inside this variable. Okay, now I'll be writing the query for this. I'll just create one variable SQL. Now here I'm just going to write the query. Select star from my table name is data. I'll just write that one. Now here I'm just going to give the condition where my column username is equal to this one. Okay, if it is equal to this one, I'll just copy this, and inside single quotes I'm just going to paste that one, and using this AND operator, or you can write like this AND operator password. This is my column name, and these are my variables. I'll just copy this one and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, I'm just telling that select star from data where my username is equal to username and password is equal to password, which means that if I select here Khanam, for Khanam I have here, okay, for Khanam I have here 1, 2, and here I'm just going to give 1, 2. Okay, this data whatever is available for me here, this data should be matching with my database. Okay, database data. If the data get matched, only then I have to move to welcome page. So here I am just checking the condition. If both my username and password matches, only then I have to redirect it to my welcome page. Here I'll just check the condition. If my result, if it is executed successfully, now I have to check the number of rows present inside my database which is having the username and password. If both get matched, which means that this data is present inside my database. So I have to check number of rows now using this MySQLi num rows. I'm just going to check the number of rows, and inside this I'll just give this argument parameter. Now if this is 1, okay, if this condition gets satisfied and I'll be getting this data, if inside my database also I am having this data, that is 1, then this data is present inside my database, which means that I can successfully log in and I can go to welcome page. Now here I'll just check the condition. If my number of rows, if it is greater than 0, which means that this data is already present inside my database and it is getting matched. So here I'll just write echo. I'll be writing here login successful. Else, here I'll just write else condition. Instead of this, I'll just copy this one. Here I'll be pasting that one, and here I'll just write invalid credentials. Invalid credential is this data is not present inside the database, and when I am checking the number of rows present inside my database, I'll be getting 0. Once I get 0, which means that that data is not present inside the database. But in Signup, once I get 0, only then I have to insert the database. If I get 1 or 2 greater than 0, that data is already present and I can't sign in again. I can't sign up for that particular username. But for login, username and password should already be present inside the Signup, only then I have to log in. Now I have just written the condition. If my username and password matches, I am just checking the number of rows. If it is greater than 0, then I will just do login successful, else I'll just give here invalid credentials. I'll just come here, I'll refresh this one. Now inside my database I am having this Rima 12. I'll just give that one. Here I'll just give Rima, and here I'll be giving 12. Login. I'm getting this undefined variable result on line 9. I'll just come to line 9. Okay, here I have to execute that query, so I'll just create one variable result, and inside this I'm just going to give this MySQLi query, and here I'll just give this connection and query variable. I'll save this. Only once I execute this query, only then I can check this condition. Once we have checked for all the conditions, my number of rows, if it is greater than 0, then I have to log in, then I have to get this login successful or else invalid credentials. Now I'll just refresh this one. Now here inside my database I am having Rima 12. I'll just give that name. I'll just give here Rima, and here I'll be giving 12 login. You can see I'll be getting login successful. Okay, now for this, if I just give here Sia, and this password I don't know, I don't remember what I gave this. I'm just going to come back. I'll just give here Sia, and the password is encrypted. Let me just give here 13 login. I'll be getting invalid credentials. Now here also I'm just going to encrypt my password. I'll just give here MD5. I'll just close in parenthesis here. I'll save this. Now I'll just come to my project. I'll just refresh this one. Now here first I'm just going to sign in. I'll just sign up here. I'll just give one name. I'll be giving I'll just come to database. I am having all the names here. Okay, let me just give here Seema. I'm having Seema. Okay, I don't have Seema. I'll just give here Seema. I'll give here 67. Confirm password 67. Sign up successful. Here if I just give here Seema and confirm password, I'm just going to give 67. I'll log in. You can see I'm getting this login successful. Now inside my database, that Seema password will be stored in this digits. Okay, so many digits it will be stored, but the password is 67 for Seema. I'll just remember that one, 67 for Seema. Now you can see here I'm getting this login successful. Now for this, instead of schema, if I just give here SIMA schema, and password, I'll just give the correct password, that is 67. I'll log in. You can see I'll be getting this invalid credentials, because only when my password and username matches, only that data I'm selecting from the database. And here I'm just checking the condition. If the data is present, which means that the number of rows is greater than 0, and only then I have to get this data login successful, or else I'll be getting this invalid credentials. Okay, here I'm having these two conditions. So for that, I'm just going to style that one. I'll just come to signup.php, and from here I'll just copy this entire thing, Bootstrap link, and here below this I'll be pasting that one, and I'll just change my title. I'll just give here login, and here instead of this I'm just going to give here, first I'm having this login, I'll just give here login, and instead of this danger I'll just give here success, and here I'm just going to give login successful, login successful. And here from here I'm just going to remove this statement. I'll just create one variable login, I'll just give 1. I'll just copy this one, and on top I'm just going to give the value as 0. I'll just assign the value as 0, and here I'm just giving the value as 1. Here I'm just checking the condition. If my login is true, then I'm just giving that one. Okay, inside else, if my invalid, I'll just give the invalid, and here I'll just give danger. Here I'm just going to write invalid credentials, invalid credentials. I'll just remove this else from here. Now I am having this one. I'll save this, and now I have to assign this invalid. I'll just copy this invalid variable from here, and above I'm just going to paste that one. I'll assign the value as 0. I'll save this. Now I'll just come back. I'm just going to refresh this one. I'll just give schema here. Password was 67. I'll just give 67. Login. You can see login successful. Now if I give here SEEEMA and password, let it be the same thing, login. Okay, I'm getting this invalid credentials, but the styles is not been applied yet. Okay, I'm just going to remove this, and instead of this I'll just give here that variable name. I'll just copy this variable name from here, and here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of 0 I'll just give here 1. I'll save this. I'll just come back. Now if I just log in, you can see I'll be getting this invalid credentials, and all the styles will be applied. Okay, this is how we are going to create the variables, and we are going to check the condition. If it is 1, which means that true, here I'm just giving that one. If my login is true, then I'm just printing this one, login successful, and else if my invalid is true, then I'm just printing this one. This is for my login page. Okay, now once I have to go to welcome page, I have to start my session so that I can create, so that I can store my variables. Okay, if I just give you an example of sessions. Now suppose if you are using Facebook, that means that you are logged in inside Facebook. Now if you come outside the Facebook without logout, and another time if you visit Facebook, you are already logged in. You are not getting logged out from Facebook unless and until you give logout. So your variables, your data will be stored inside Facebook, and that data will be used by Facebook so that they can access your username and password, and they will allow you to use the Facebook. Okay, once you give logout, then you again have to enter the username and password, then you can use Facebook. Okay, this is how session variables are useful. They are just used to store the information, and those information can be accessed in any page. Now here I'm just going to start my session. I'll just write here session start. Now once I get this login successful, now here I am just going to create my session variables. Session variables will be created like this. Here I'll just give username. I'll just assign my username value here. Okay, that is my variable. Okay, whatever value I am having here, that value I am just assigning to my session variable. This is my session variable username, and for that I am just assigning my value. Now here once I am successfully logged in, I'll just give the location. Location I'm just going to give, I have to move to welcome page. I'll just give the location. Location is nothing but welcome.php. Now here I'm just going to create one file. I'll give my file name as welcome.php. Now here if I just come here, I'll just refresh this one. Now here I'm just going to give schema, and here I'll just give 67 login. Now, okay, uncaught error, call to undefined session start. Okay, I'll just give the correct spelling here. Inside login.php, I have to give here session, SESSION, session start. I'll just refresh this one. I'll just come back. I'm going to refresh this. Here I'll just give Seema. Password was 67. Login. You can see I am redirected to welcome.php file. Now here I'll be doing the coding for that particular name. Whatever username I have given, that name should be displayed to me. Now I'll just tell you how to design welcome page. I'll just come to my demo project. Here I'm just going to insert some data. I'll just give here AS. Password I'll give A. Confirm password A. Sign up. You can see data inserted successfully. Now inside my database, if I just refresh this one. Okay, here I am having this AS and password is been encrypted and I have this password for this. Now here I am just going to come here. I'll just give here AS. Password I'll just give here A. Login. Now you can see welcome AS and here I am having this welcome page. Now I am going to design this one. So for that I'll just come to Bootstrap. I'll just copy this CSS link from here. I'll just copy this CSS link and here I'm just going to paste that one inside welcome.php. I'll just come to welcome.php. Here first I'll be writing this basic boilerplate of HTML. I'll just change the title. I'll be writing here welcome page. And below this I'll be linking Bootstrap CSS link. And from here I'm just going to remove till here. Now inside this I'll just create one div. I'll give the class name as container. Okay, I'll just remove one end from here. And inside this div, I'll just come to Bootstrap and here I'll be searching for Jumbotron. I'll select this. I'll copy this one and here I'll be pasting that Jumbotron. And from here I'm just going to remove this paragraph and instead of this one, I'll just write here welcome. I'll be writing welcome Khanam. I'll save this and from here I'll just remove this. I'll be writing log out and also button color I'll just give here danger. I'll save this. Now if I just show my welcome page, I'll just give here Seema and password was 67. Login. Now you can see again I'm getting welcome Khanam because I have hard coded this value Khanam, so I'll be getting Khanam here. Now if I want whatever data, whatever user I am giving here, suppose I give here, I have given Seema, so I should be getting welcome Seema. If I give Ria, I should be getting the output as welcome Ria. Here I am having Rima 12, I'll just give that one. I'll just give here Rima, I'll just give here 12, login. Okay, I'm getting invalid credentials because I have already encrypted my password for this, so I'm getting that one. So I just forgot the password for Surya. Let me just try. I'll just give here Surya. I'll just give the password as 89, login. Okay, invalid credentials. Seema, I'll just give one more name. I'll be giving the name as Ritu. I'll give password as 1, confirm password 1, sign up successful. Now inside my database, I'll just refresh this. Now I am having this Ritu. For Ritu password is 1, for Seema password is 67. Okay, I'll just keep in mind. Now here I'm just going to give Ritu. Password I'll just give here 1. Login. Now you can see again I'm getting this welcome Khanam. So for that we have to start our session. Using sessions I'll be accessing my variable. Here I'll be writing PHP. And first I'm just going to connect to the database. I'll just include my connect.php file here. Include connect.php and here I'll be starting my session. I'll just write here session start. Okay, once I start the session here, I can use session variables here. And my session variable I have already defined here. My session variable is nothing but my username. Now here I am just going to check one condition. If is not is set, which means that if my username is not set, if I directly type this URL inside my URL, that is welcome.php, then I should be redirected to index.php. I should not go to welcome.php without setting my username. So here I am just going to check this. If my session, that is nothing but my username, if it is not set, I am just going to give the location here. I'll just give the location. I'll just write here header. And inside this, I'm just going to pass this location. Location is nothing but I have to move to index.php. Now, once I am done with this, I'll just come here. Instead of hard coding this value, I'll be writing this PHP syntax, and I want to echo my session variable, that is nothing but this one. I'll just copy this session username, and I want to display that username. Whatever username is set, I have to display that one. I'll just close this. I'll save this one. Now I'll just come here. I'll just refresh once. Now if I give here Ritu, password was 1, login. Now you can see I'll be getting welcome Ritu. Now again if I just come here, if I give here Seema, password was 67, login. Now you can see I'll be getting welcome Seema. Okay, this is how we are just going to set. Okay, we are just going to set the session variables, and here I'm just checking the condition. If my username is not set, then I should be redirected to index.php file. Now for this h1, I'm just going to give the class. I'll just give the class name as text center, and also I'll just give the class as text success, so that I'll be getting in green color. I'll save this. Now here I'll just refresh once. Now I'm just going to give here Seema, password was 67, login. Now you can see I'm having here welcome Seema. I have this it uses utility classes, and I have this logout button. Now when I click on this logout button, I should be redirected to logout page. Here I'm just going to give here logout.php. I'll be creating that file now. I'll just create one file. I'll give my file name as logout.php. Now inside this logout.php, I have to destroy my session variables. I'll just write this PHP syntax, and here I'm just going to include my connect.php file, connect.php. Here I'll be starting my session start. Now I'll destroy my session destroy. I'll save this, and also I'll just save this file. I'll just refresh this one. Now when I click on logout, you can see I'm redirected to logout page. Now when I come back, I'll just come back to index.php. I will not come back to welcome.php because my variable is not set. My session variable is been destroyed now. Now I can also unset this one using this session unset. Now all my variables will be unset if I give this method. Now again I'll just refresh this one. I'll give the name as Ritu. Password I'll just give 1, login, welcome Ritu. I'll click on logout. You can see I'm coming inside logout.php. Once I come back, now my session variable is destroyed and it is unset. So I'll be redirected to index.php. I won't go inside welcome.php because inside welcome.php here I have already written that condition. If my session variable is not set, I have to come inside index.php. Okay, now that condition will be executed here and I'll be redirected to index.php file. Now inside logout, I don't want to be in logout page. Once I give logout, I should be redirected to my index.php file. I'll just give here location. Location is nothing but index.php file. I'll save this. I'll just refresh once. Now here I'm just going to give Seema. Password was 67, login. You can see welcome Seema, logout. I'll be redirected to index.php file. Okay, this is how we are going to create simple registration form. This is sign up form and login form. You can either hash the passwords or you can directly give MD5, that is going to encrypt your password. Using sign up, whatever data I entered inside the database, that data should be matching when I log in. Once the data get matched, only then I'll be able to log in. If I am not having that data, I'll be getting this invalid credentials. If I just give the correct data, Seema and password was 67, I'll be redirected to welcome.php file, and inside this, that name I'll be displayed. Okay, this names I'm getting using session variables. Now once I click on logout, all my session variables will be destroyed and I'll be redirected to index.php file. That's all for today's project. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.